You're still in the big. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Here it is at World Peace Wednesday. It's a glorious day here in the Sierra foothills. And here we are for World Peace Wednesday yet again. And the idea is about our World Peace Wednesday is just to really create a consistent view, a consistent expectation, if you will, of peace in our lives. And the more we look for peace and examples of peace and the iterations, the many different ways peace can show up, we actually can discover more of it in our lives. And you've heard me say this before, and I'm actually going to keep saying it until we really hold this vibration very, very strongly, is that, we really discover what we're looking for. So if we discover what we're looking for, we want to look at what we're looking for each and every day. And many of us in our conscious mind are thinking, well, I'm really looking for abundance. I'm looking for great relationships. I'm looking for a vibrant business. I'm looking for really meaningful relationships. And so that's wonderful to be connected to what it is that you desire. But what really drives the bus is that, submerged piece of our iceberg, which are the unconscious thoughts, the subconscious beliefs that are really navigating the waters for us. And we can often tap into what is going on in our subconscious and unconscious world, even though we say, well, we can't because it's below the level of our consciousness, but we can see evidence of it in our everyday life. And one way we can see the evidence of it is what's happening in our life. If we have, say, relationships that are challenged and troubled, we could say, well, what do I really believe about that? Because if I really am desiring a great relationship with friends and family and partners and co-workers, and I don't have it, what am I unconsciously or subconsciously believing? So just even opening up your awareness through your curiosity can open you to what else you might really believe beneath the surface. Same thing would be true about anything that you look at in your life that maybe you're not that happy with. You can look at, well, what might I believe in this situation, or what might my foundational structure be that brings this in? And then the key is, and this, I'm going to tie this all back into world peace. The idea is that we want to really look at deconstructing those deeper thoughts and beliefs and bringing in some new thoughts and beliefs so that the subconscious and unconscious isn't driving our bus. So let's talk about this relative to looking for peace. If we really are desiring a world that's peaceful, if we're really desiring even a life or a moment or a work situation or a family relationship, whatever it might be, that has more peace in it than trauma and drama and upset, then what we want to do is start looking and discovering any little tiny bit of peace that might actually exist in our life and magnify that. And how do you magnify it? Number one, acknowledge it. Really important step. Oh, look at that. It may not have anything to do with me, but I just noticed this person in the store really beautifully helping somebody else out. That was such a peaceful encounter I just witnessed. As you observe that and as you acknowledge it, you're amplifying your access to that experience. If you're watching the news, or if you're on Facebook or Instagram and you're looking through your feed and there are things that are disturbing to you, quite frankly, my suggestion is don't pay attention to them. It's not that you want to put your head in the sand and ignore them, but the idea is if what you pay attention to magnifies and you're desiring a world that's more peaceful, or even you feeling more peaceful inside of yourself, you want to keep doing consciously and intentionally the things that create that vortex for you, create that experience for you. So if you think about all of these things, whether it's peace, harmony, kindness in the world, all the things that we really desire and that we get upset about seeing out in the world. If we say, oh my gosh, this is terrible, and we sit for a half an hour watching really upsetting things, we're magnifying what we're paying attention to. So start paying attention, to that which you desire. Look for it everywhere. Look for evidence, be the Sherlock Holmes looking for what it is you desire. And as we look for and discover, say, for example, more peace in our life, whether it's because we've experienced it or we've just observed others experiencing it, it really expands and expands and expands. So start shifting your focus to what it is that you desire. When you want to see a world that's peaceful, look for evidence of peaceful acts in the world. Good morning, Valentin, Jessica, and Jeanette. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I mean, it's so easy for us to feel disempowered by so many things happening in the world because they're totally out of our control. And as humans, we're habituated. This is a key from my perspective. We're habituated to think that when they get their act together, when that governmental agency or the leader of that country or those other people in my life start getting with the program, getting on the spiritual path or whatever it might be that you have an opinion about, then once they're doing what I feel good about, then I can behave, I can relax, I can find the peace that I want. It's very common for us to decide that we can't be peaceful or we can't experience love or we can't experience prosperity, whatever it is that we want, because of external circumstances. Look for what it is that you wish to magnify in your life. I mean, this is the law of attraction at its basic level. Look for what it is that you desire and look for more of it. And when you discover more of it, expand it, acknowledge it, celebrate it. You're literally like blowing up a balloon, expanding that experience in your life. Because when we're in the unified field, which is what Ishtara teaches us, the unified field has an experience of everything. Everything. And it's hard for us to wrap our minds around that. But if everything is available, what comes into our life is what we choose. And what we choose is based on what we're looking at, what we're paying attention to, what we're getting emotionally activated about, or what we're getting enlightened and inspired about. So really make it a conscious, intentional choice to literally choose to see and magnify and expand the things that you desire. It's a process, it's a retraining. And yes, we all do have subconscious programs that are going on in the background. Some of these have come from our family of origin. Some of these have come from other lifetimes experiences. But the truth is, we have within this unified field access to everything. And literally what you desire is in the field of infinite possibilities. Because if it weren't there, you wouldn't desire it. It wouldn't be accessible. So you know that it's possible to discover it by paying attention to it. So that's my inspiration this morning. And it's funny, as I was sitting down here, I literally said to Paul, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today. So it's always fun to be inspired in the moment. And I thank Ishtara for the inspiration because I'm always deeply connected to her as I sit down here. And what I want to do today for us is really bring us deeply into the unified field and bring us deeply into an experience of us really choosing the life that we desire. You can look at all the sacred texts one way or another, and I'll just use a very familiar quote that's in the Bible, but you can find this in any sacred text. It says, "Seek and ye shall find." It's such a simple statement, right? But it says everything. Whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it. That's like a promise. That's like a spiritual promise. So what are you seeking? What is it that you'd like to find? Seek that. Be the treasure hunter for what you feel your heart's desire is, and ignore the other evidence. Some of the other evidence coming in is going to be stuff from your previous programming, and you don't need to take it against yourself. Just say, okay, look, I've got this other programming in there. I'm like a heat-seeking missile for, really negative experiences. I've been well programmed to see the negative in experiences. Just try to be as neutral as you can as you notice that that's your pattern, because as soon as you notice the pattern, it's in your awareness. Now you have the option to change it. What other pattern would I like to adopt? Don't take it personally. It's all right. We're all doing our best. So what else do you want to experience? Oh, I want to experience more peace, more love, more gratitude, more incredible relationships, more clarity on what I'm here to do and who I am, more trusting in my inner guidance. Look for it and you'll find it. It's the promise that's that common thread through all of our sacred texts. It's there everywhere. We get to find what we're looking for. So let's look for peace and let's look for the world that we desire. And as we look for it and we discover little teeny tiny pieces of it, we really change our vibration and we are contributing to a shift in the collective. So what I'm going to do now this morning is I'm going to tap into Ishtara, who is one of the many beings who I channel. And I say beings, it doesn't sound very friendly and nice. She's really just this incredible presence who I've been channeling since 2011. She gives us beautiful wisdom and guidance. She reframes our approach to life in really loving, easy ways and helps us feel really embodied in who we are and knowing and trusting that we have these gifts within us that we're seeking outside of ourselves. And in addition to all that, she brought us something that we teach people to do all over the world called the Universal Sphere. It's a way for us to entrain with this multidimensional field more easily and really live and embody the fullest potential of who we are. So what I'm going to do right now is drop into channeling Ishtara and do a guided Universal Sphere experience for everyone. And if you know how to do the Universal Sphere, follow along. If you don't, just open yourself up to relaxing and receiving this incredible peace-inducing. I mean, that's one of the very common terms that we hear when people give us feedback on a Universal Sphere experience is peace. You know, just a sense of inner peace and calm tends to come over people. So if we can connect more with peace in our everyday life, we actually know that it's possible out in the world as well. So I'm going to see what she has to say. We'll just guide through this experience. Once again, follow along if you know how to do it. And if you're not sure how to do it, that's okay. Just really receive the gift of the Universal Sphere this morning. So I am going to close my eyes just because that allows me to more deeply connect with Ishtar, and she's often giving me visual images, and it allows me to connect with the visual images more. So from your perception, you're not seeing me really do much. I am doing something with my hands. I'm doing something in my field. My eyes will be closed and I will be speaking, and I will also have some moments of silence. Greetings, great beings of light. My name is Ishtara. Welcome to this moment where you have the potential and the capacity to drop into your own field of infinite possibilities. Your field of infinite possibilities is absolutely unique to you. It's not based on anyone else's thoughts, beliefs, or understandings about who you are, or even about what's right in the world. You are that slice of the divine that is here experiencing the truth in your unique way and shining the light through the prism of your life in a unique way. So allowing yourself to come into this space, to come into a moment of deep connection with that. Allow yourself to drop deeply into your physical body. An easy way to do this, if you have the time and the space and you're in the right place, to close your eyes down. And one of the easiest ways to drop more deeply into your body is to literally take a breath in, receive the breath of life in. So inhale. And then exhale and allow yourself, become an invitation for the higher aspects of yourself, the parts of you that are eternally connected with the divine, to drop deeply into your physical body and engage. Engage with your physical body, which is a beautiful, unique expression, custom chosen by your soul to reflect light the way you are uniquely intended to do. And notice how that feels. For dropping into your physical body is a different experience than being grounded. Grounded means you're really intentionally coming into your body, but grounding your energies into the planet so you feel your presence on the planet. And what's being spoken about here now is really choosing to be more deeply engaged in your physical body and your human experience, for this is the place where your light is intended to shine. Through you, exactly where you are, doing the things that you do. That is you. That is your unique contribution. So the universal sphere is being created at this moment. And it really becomes a journeying into this beautiful unified field. And within this unified field, all solutions are there. All answers are contained within the unified field, because by definition, a unified field is unified. There is nothing outside of the unified field. It is all there. And while the mind, which operates in 3D, where there is a place of separation and limitation, and maybe things that aren't accessible in any given moment, as you open your awareness and open your energy field to the unified field, you move into a space that's lovingly referred to as the field of infinite possibilities. It's a place where your mind does not need to understand everything. You just open your idea, your awareness to more. There's more available that's within your reach than you've had experience with up till now. Keeping your breathing full and complete. And the universal sphere also brings a incredible balancing to all your chakra systems, which allows you to move into a space of greater alignment and balance through these energetic vortexes within your physical body, within your energy bodies. And when your chakra system is aligned and balanced, it means that you come into a greater place of harmony throughout every aspect of your being. You emanate a greater level of peace, balance, connection with yourself, and therefore the world around you. And allow these energies to really work their way through your entire being, your physical and your energetic bodies. And now let's open up in a different direction, in a new direction. And bring to mind right now what you'd love to have more of an experience of. What's one area in your life that you feel that you'd like to have more energy in? It's not showing up the way you would like. Or maybe something that's even working well, but you'd like to have it be even better. And become open just for a moment to ways in which you're always validating what's not happening. One easy access to that is by looking at what you complain about, what you worry about, what you notice other people have that you don't, what other people are doing that you're not doing. Because automatically when you notice, well, they have that, and you have an awareness that you don't, automatically there's an energy of lack and limitation. And when you live in a universe that's infinitely abundant based on what you magnetically want to draw in, if you would like to have more of that thing, how is it that you can pay more attention to it? So opening up to the idea of noticing perhaps somebody else having something that you would like more of, open to the idea of celebration. The fact that they have it is showing you evidence, not of your insufficiency, but it's showing you evidence that it is possible. You can take the same situation and turn it around in your favor to say, wow, if they have that, it means it is possible. And therefore, it means it's possible for me if I'm observing it. So you're shifting the idea of insufficiency, of insecurity, of lack and limitation in the same situation into possibility. And possibility is a beautiful magnetic energy of creation. Possibility means you're moving forward. You're seeing what the next step is. Possibility is a very future moving energy. So open yourself up to how you can discover more of that one thing that you desire, where you can open your awareness. Where does it already exist in your world or in the world you observe? For you do not need to observe this in your own life to magnetize it to you. You can begin to observe it in all of your electronic media. You can observe it when you're watching your television. You can observe it as you're in the store. You can observe it in the world around you and thank it for showing up as your sense of connecting to a greater possibility than you've ever imagined before. And notice how you feel as you expand into that. And so now you get some homework to do. As you move forward through your day, begin to look for evidence of this one thing that you desire. And as you do, take note of it, either by writing it down, take note about it by celebrating it. Look for what it is that you desire. And if you say, well, I have this thing that comes up, that it's not what I desire, how can you turn it slightly and look at it from a new angle to say, all right, what is this showing me that's getting me closer to my desire? And this is a way of really magnetizing to you by seeing where the things that are showing up in your life are showing you how to move towards more of what you want, and it's giving you evidence that it is possible. Everything that shows up in your life is giving you evidence that what you desire is possible. Now, you may need to get creative sometimes to say, how is this evidence of what it is that I desire showing up? Because I might be totally opposed to it. That's okay. You can get very creative with this. And as you do, you're opening up yourself to more possibility than you've ever had before. And when we speak about peace, and we speak about love, and we speak about harmony, which are so highly sought after and seem so mysterious these days, if you wish to see a world that's peaceful, discover peace. If you see an experience that says, this is not peaceful, you can say, see, the world is not peaceful. Or you can say, what this experience is doing is making me strive to discover more peace than I ever had before, because I choose peace over this. Please don't use anything you see that's not peaceful or not harmonious as peace not being possible. Use it as fuel for you to look even more closely for peace. It's there. It's all around you. Discover it. Seek and ye shall find. It's the promise that's been given to us by all our high texts, all the elevated masters throughout time. It's a truth. So what are you going to seek today? You've just been infused with 4 different universal spheres in this time. Go out into your day. Find the wonder and the beauty and all that you're seeking. Look for evidence of it, and you will discover it. I am with you now and always. My name is Ishtara. Thank you so much for being here, whether you're watching live or whether you're going to watch this replay when it comes up. I so appreciate you being here, and I really hold the desire for each and every single one of you that you really do discover all that you're seeking, that you can trust that it's within your field of infinite possibilities to discover what your heart is calling you towards. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and let's hold the idea that world peace is possible, and we will be able to see it. Take care.